Hello, very good morning to all, and I am Priti Choudhary. I am assistant professor in Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College from IT department. So today I will discuss about Python, introduction to Python. Python is why mostly people choose this language Python. So let's start. Ha. So these are some topics I will discuss in this lecture. First one is what is Python. Second one is history of Python. Third one is scope of Python. Why do people use Python? Installing Python IDE. Who use Python today? And what can I do with Python? And we do with Python a sample code and Python code execution. So first point is this, what is Python? Python is a high level programming language and it is an interpreter. It works on an interpreter, and other languages like a C, Java and all. C language is use a compiler, but in a Python it is use a interpreter interface. So it is an interpreted language, and Python proceeds at a runtime by a interpreter. So you know easily about what is the difference between interpreter and compiler. Interpreter it is execute a line one by one. It first line is execute, then again the second line, third line, fourth one is so on. But in compiler is write a full code in a program and it completely compiled it. So it is work on a interpreter. Second is interactive. You can choose the Python prompt and interact with the interpreter directly right to the program. Like in a C language, we use the compiler, Turbo C and all. In this language Python, we use different prompts. First one is you can use IDE. IDE is a interactive development environment. You can use the Python prompt and you can use interpreter directly by notepad and all. And you write a node, you write a code in a notepad and then save it by extension .py and run. And second is interactive, first one interpretive, and third one is object oriented. Other language, C language is a procedure language, but this language is object oriented, means here we use the object and classes and other points. And third one is fourth one is beginners language. Beginners language means it is very beneficial for a beginners students. This is because here line of code is very minimum as compared to other language, and so it is very beneficial for beginners. Second, what is the history of Python? So start a Python, about Python, why use the Python. Firstly, you know about everyone know aware the about history of Python. Python was the conceptualized by this scientist Gyno van Rossum at 1980. Give the some introduction about Python. After that, Rossum published the first version of Python code, means 0.9.0 in February 1991 in SWI certain scheme in the information in a Netherlands. Second is Python is derived from the ABC programming language, which is general purpose programming language that has been developed in the SWI. Python is derived from the many others language including ABC, Module, C, C++, Algorithm 68, Smalltalk and Unix, Shell and any other scripting language. That's why we call Python is also a scripting language. Python is interpretive work, so it is called the interpreted language, also called Python. And Python is copyright to the Perl and source code available under to the general public license. Rossum choose this name is Python. Why? Because when he see he mostly the fan of this so Monty Python Flying Circus. That's why he put the name of this language is Python. Python is now maintains a core development team at the institute, although the Rossum still holds the wheel of the all process. Nowadays, Python is very growing language as compared to other language. Mostly people and mostly scientists, teacher, testers and developer most of uses this language. These are the Python timelines. Means Python have different types of version. Python 1 is the first version. According to this first version, it is the Python 1.5, comes to December 31, 1997. And second version, Python 1.6, version of Python 1, it comes to September 5, 2000. Second one is Python second version comes to the September 19, 2006, that is 2.5, and Python 2.6 comes to October 1, 2008, and Python 2.7 July 3, 2010. These are the some version of Python second. This is the Python 1 version. And next one, the third one is Python third. This third version is comes to the June 27, 2009, and 3.2 February 2011, and Python 3.3 is comes to September 20, 2012, and Python 3.4 version comes to March 16, 2014. These are the Python timeline, and these are the different types of versions which come to different times. And these are the Python features. Python features means mostly people choose this language. That was the reason choosing this language. And compare, you have must aware about the C, Java, and all language. But mostly peoples and mostly software developers, and mostly companies, persons use this language. So what the reason behind choosing this language? This is the some main features as which are differentiate between two from other language. So first one is easy to learn. Easy to learn means here no need to add any header files, just type a main code here. So that's why we can say that it is very easy to learn, easy to read, and easy to maintain. Easy to maintain means you easily when you want to write a code of any program. So in C and Java, you use the header files, means studio.conf.h and conny.h. You use the enter file, and also use the header file for input and outputs. But in here, no native requirement like this. So it is very easy to learn, easy to read, and easy to maintain. Means second point is portable. Python language is very portable, means it is the run on various hardware platform like a Windows, Mac, and Linux and all. So it is this Python language is run different types of platform. Third point is extensible. Extensible means this language is use the modules. Means in modules have a different types of library which are the predefined. So in here low level modules also use in Python interpreter. So it is a extensible also. Fourth one is scalable. Scalable is Python provide the good structure and support the large program. Means when you type a large program in a Python, so you can easily type, because code of line is very short as compared to other language. And Python has a broad standard library. So means library means have a different types of functions already predefined, different types of modules, different types of libraries already predefined in a Python. So we use directly in our programs and type a then no need to requirement key type a function and create a function and type a code here, but just call from library, export the modules and write the code. And Python support the GUI applications that can be created and ported the many system calls and libraries. Windows system such as a Windows Base, Mentex, and X Windows system of Unix. Everything in a Python has object. That's why we can say that it is object. It is works on a OOPS feature, means object oriented programming language. So Python have object variables and functions and even code. These use these different types. Here no need to declare the object in Python. Like in C, when you want to declare any variable and any object, then firstly create a this is a integer, float, and all. Means you use the I is a object, I is a variable. So in C you use a integer, yeah. floats and all and any others. But in Python you directly use the I, or I is taken as a variable in Python language. And other features, it support the functional structure programming language as well as OOPS, because it's work on a OOPS features. That's why it's also support functional and structure programming language. It can use to be a scripting language, also called a interpreter language, and it can be compiled to bytecode for building. Source code compiled to as a bytecode, and bytecode compiled to your execution mode. It provides very high level language that dynamic data types and support the dynamic types of checking. It supports the automatic garbage collection, and also it can be easily integrated with C, C++, Cobra, Java and all. There are some uses where the Python is uses. Means mostly people want this language because it is very easy to learn and easy to read and easy to maintain also. So, and where it is used in Python nowadays, Python is used in everywhere, like in every technical field, like machine learning, artificial intelligence, in web development, software testing, software development, and game development, data science, and even hacking also use Python language. And other different mostly companies use this language, like IBM, Facebook, Google's, and YouTube's, and any other Insta, and all shopping every apps use this Python language. So it is used different types of this language used by different types of company, different types of area, and or different types of persons, like testers, developers, mostly engineers, and artificial intelligence developers, and all uses this language, because here write the code of line is very easy as compared to C and Java and all. This is the scopes of Python ki scopes where the science in a science area, I don't data science and all, and bioinformatics, system administrative area, Unix, web logic, and web spheres uses in these are the scopes in Python. Web application development, CGI, and it is other uses other languages also uses as a Python. Jython is used by the Java triplets, and testing script. So that's why testing script is uses this scope in Python though. So Python is called as a scripting language here. This is the basic syntax of Python. Firstly, you know about how to install a Python in your system. Firstly, you go to website www.python.org.in. You into then there one icon is download and click. That time you download the 3.8 and 3.10 version you download in your system. So firstly, your Python downloaded in your system. After that, you know about the basic syntax of Python. There is no need to different types of syntax here, like a C, because C have use if you want to input any data by keyboard, so you usually you firstly add a header files conio.h means so if you want to give your output on screen, then you add studio.stdio.h used in your C program, but there is no need to requirement any kind of library added to your program. So you just type your name, like you want to enter, you want to type a hello world, just print, just need a one keyword, that is print. Hello world. So normally let's go to run button and click, then output is hello world is printed on your output screen. So there is no need to requirement any add any other header files. No need to requirement any types of syntax. Just give a print keywords used for any printing any words in on your screen. So indentation is error is used in Python, means Python use a blocks. Python is a delimits blocks. ठीक है? So the number of spaces variables, but all statement within the same block. Main condition in Python is this: it is use a indentation error. Indentation error means it used as a same block. Like if true, then print is answer and print is true. Here answer and true and print it is a first block. According to first block, print in both places use as a same place. Print then give you answer. But in else part create a indentation error. How? Because print place is different here. First one print answer and you use the one side is back print, then use false. So here create the error, and this error is what? Indentation error. Okay. And printing screen same. You want to any word you want type on a screen and you want in a program, so printing to a screen. So if you want to print any word, any sentence on the screen, then just you use a print keywords, then hello world. The output is this: hello Python. So but this is a directly type. This is a directly type on a screen. But if you want to take a input from keyboard, then use the input function. Then you can use here keyboards values. So reading if you want to take a keyboard input, then you use this function. Means name is here as a work as a variable name, and input is a function, and enter include your sentence what you want to print. So enter your name. So when you run this point, so on the screen you see enter your name, then you type your name. So that, but when you want to take a input from keyboard, then use the input function. And this is some comments uses in Python. This is a single comments and multiple comments. Single comments, any line have you just use this symbol. It is a use for a this is a comment, means if you want to this line, if you want to any kind of line in your program, ki you want ki this line is a use as a comment, then you use this symbol. So this line will be a single line comment. But if you want to make a comment 2 and 3 lines, then you use the 3 quotes in starting and ending of a sentence or of a paragraph. Then you use the both side. So this is a multiple line comments. And Python, when you write a program and after that your code is save. So what extension use in Python? That is .py. So you save your program by .py. .py is the extension of Python. This is the interactive with Python. Ki how to interact with Python when you download your Python in your system. But now you interact with Python, then what? So there are the 3 way where you interact with Python. First one is starting the interpreter. Second one is command line, and third one is through the IDE. IDE interpreted development environment. It is a software which is used as a interpreter and interact with your Python. But here every functions, every your you consider library and all things, functions name, your variables name, and your syntax, all are predefined. Here. So it is very interactive and different of colors mode here provided by the IDE. But according to first and second, it is the simple interpreter. It is used. So what first to start the first, that is the starting with the interpreter. In a window there will likely program group will start. So you download your program in your system. So firstly you go to the start point, that is start menu, and check the Python 3.x some version 10. Then after that you click that name. You click Python 3.x version for 32-bit in 32-bit for system, and there when you start your Python and click on your Python, then this Python is provided you this type of screen. This screen is called a interpreter. Means how to check this sign, this three symbol is indicate that it is the interpreter person. Now this interpreter person you want to write any line, then how? Simple, print use hello word. So then enter, then output is simple hello word. So there is no need to requirement any kind of syntax, any kind of use any add header files and any semicolons and on and different, but just type this keyword print and your sentence. So this is the basic and first program of is used by the Python. And second is command line. In command line means if you use the window in your system, it is called a command prompt. But if you have Mac and Linux, that time command line used as a terminal. So but mostly student and mostly person have a use Windows, so we use a command line prompt. Command line prompt, just go to the start point and here there the searching bar and use the CMD and enter. Then you use the CMD upon this, open this screen. This is the say that the drives means directories use. So this is directory ki C drive and use the users आपके folders में, and it is your Python. Now it is again, it is what? This is the interpreter interface. So again you type the your program here. But according to first and second interactive mode, you use the one line. First you type one line and then give the output. Then second line, then output. Means line by line interpreting here. Executing in Python code is simply it is again self in prompt code and CMD and interpreted. You ensure that these three symbols is used in in your prompt is display and cursor is position after this. So your cursor is here. Now you type here. Type the command is hello world simply, which I discussed in my previous slide. Exactly so print hello world. So this is the output is what? So print just only this line and output is this hello world. So here type first line, give second output, then again line, give other output. So how to existing the interpreter? When you enter the interpreter interface, but now you want to you type your program in your interpreter, but now you want to exist from this this environment, then how? So when you are finished interactive with the interpreter, so you can exist by the from this from your interpreting. But how? First one is type this function, so you can easily outside from your interpreter environment, exit function and press enter. And second, if you in window type Control plus Z and press enter, then you also exit from your interactive mode or interface from interpreter. So these are the two ways to exiting the interpreter. Running Python lines in scripting from the command line. Same thing is not that different. In Windows, command line is used directly. Notepad, and Notepad you type your program. You type your program on Notepad, and then it this Notepad program is saved by .py. Py is the extension of Python. After that, you want to run this program, then open the by cmd या command line, and this command line use then like this. See, when you open your command line, then see users means when you write your Python code in Notepad, then you save your that program by any name .py, then show here and open this program here. Then output is shown in command. So interactive with in my previous slide I already told you about first one is interpreter by the interactive mode by the directly interpreter, and second one is command line. Now third one interacting with Python through the an IDE. IDE, interpreted development environment, means it is the usually provide the capability as well as editor, same Notepad, but here the some modify as compared to Notepad. Notepad just typer and simply writer, and it is used just for a typing. But here IDE, it is some modified extent in IDE, and here the syntax is highlighted. Means syntax is highlighted, sensitive to implement and code completion and debugging. When you type your code, but here IDE, you easily find out your debug and you easily find out your error in which line error comes to in your program. So it is very, so that's why it is very interactive, and mostly student and beginners use IDE because IDE debug allows to you run the code step by step. So when you type your program code, then this IDE helps you find out the debug in your program. So IDE, mostly Python installation contain the rudimentary IDE and called the IDLE, the essentially the integrated development and learning environment. IDE, integrated development environment, but mostly use the IDLE. So integrated development and learning environment. So go to the start button and all programs, all apps, and open this Python code and use your IDE. So it is, and any other software of IDE uses the PyCharms and all. So you use the for Python program and Python coding. And features of this, features is this very, it is very interactive. It is very here the syntax is very highlighted, and you can easily find out your debugs. So these are the some other or different other features. That's why mostly people use this IDLE. So the interpreter behave more and less the same as when you can it's right directly from the console ideal interface at the perk of displaying different syntactic elements in a distance the color different types of color find in this IDE. It is also provide the context sensitive help for example, if you type a print without typing any of the argument, you type a print function and closing parenthesis is easily find this IDLE. And each flyover text should appear the specified uses information for a print function. One other features IDE provide the statement recalls. If you have to type a several statement, you can recall them with Alt P and Alt N. So it is the use for the Windows and Linux. These are the other features. What we do with Python, what can I do, what can we do with Python? So we can easily these work with Python, system programming, graphical user interface programming use in this Python interface, internet scripting use by Python, component integration, different types of component integration where that we use the Python, database programming, gaming, imaging, XML, robots and more use the I do with these all field work with Python. This is a simple code which is used in Python language. Like suppose here x equal to 34 in 34. Here no need to requirement any no need to requirement any variable and any but directly x is a variable in Python and use to 34 in 4. But if you want to this line, if you want to make this line as a comment, then use this only function as a comment. So and second is hello, and here give a condition here x y z, these are the three variable uses here, and these are the numbers, and no need to requirement this is this 34 in minus 24, it is already accept ki here operator is used and subtraction needed. So it is hello. Then here no need to requirement which type of variable is this, means integer, float, character and all. It takes already, it is a character, it is as a string, is as a string, and this is a 3.45. No need to requirement a float. So it is already take a as a float variable. So no need to requirement any kind of this key. You want to key, it is a integer, it is a float, and any kind of data types and all. So it is take a itself. If z equal to this and y equal to hello, then x plus 1, x plus is what, this, when you give output anything, then plus 1, and y is this, y is hello, and plus add this number. So here is what, here the string concate, means two string is combined. So print x is the this output and plus 1, and y it is hello and string concate. And how to Python code execute? Firstly, you type any program in your notepad and any other editors, any other editor, any other IDE. So firstly, your first program is source code. Source code is as like a p.py, but this source code is combined as a MYC. This is your byte, as a byte code, or after that is execution mode. So this is your output, and this is where your source code to final execution. If you want to add two number in your by your Python, that take a two variable, a equal to take 10, b equal to take 20. So c equal to a plus b, direct print c. Output is what, 10 plus 12, 30. So no need to any kind of syntax requirement, no need to any kind of column, semicolon, colon and all, no need to requirement here. This is the simple code. This is a simple code which is used in your notepad, and output is 30 in C in your Python. So it is a simple code. But if you want to take a input from keyboard, then you use the input symbol, a, enter first number, b, input enter second number, then c, a plus b and print. Output is this. So here the input is, why you take the input, when you want to take the input by keyboards, then we use the input function. So this is a simple program in Python. In my further lecture, I will discuss about looping function and how to write a program in Python, different types of modes and functions used. So thank you so much.